Okay, hi everyone. What I'm going to be doing now is making some fresh pasta dough. This is a really simple recipe that just calls for flour, salt, sea salt, olive oil, and eggs. So what I did here was I measured 2.5 cups of flour. And so what I do now is I just form it into a circle. This is important because you're going to be in the middle of the circle, you're going to be putting your eggs, olive oil, and sea salt. So you want to make it pretty big, about 6 inches across. But you want to keep the walls about the same, so it just molds to a circle about. Okay, so you got flour all over your hands. So now what I'm going to do is I got 3 eggs cracked. It calls for 3 eggs and 3 egg yolks. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time with the eggs. And you just crack the egg here, get rid of the shell, put in your hands, and just go back and forth until you've got a yolk. This one broke, so just get it in there quickly. Then next you just do that same thing twice. That one broke, so you just get it in there again. And then third one. It's okay to drop the shells in there because you're not using that. Okay, so this is a perfect egg yolk. You'll just put it in here. Okay, so you just get rid of everything you're not using. Wash your hands because you've been dealing with eggs. Soap. And soap, yep. You got a really messy kitchen there. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to add a teaspoon of sea salt, which is about 2 cracks, just that, and a tablespoon of olive oil, right there, and now you'll add your eggs, and you're going to use a fork to just whisk, in a second, just use a fork, you add this in, add it in slowly so that it all fits. Good. And if the walls start getting, just redo it. So what you're going to do now is beat the eggs together. Beating them is just by breaking them up, so all the egg yolks are packed. So next time you might want to make it a little bigger. Mine's a little small. Yeah, you can just add flour in. And so what you're doing while you want to stir it is just be gently adding flour to the sides. And then stir it in, because you're wanting to make a dough, which thickens it. So just keep beating in the sides one by one. Okay, that's good, Sarah. Until you've got, start stirring it. And once you think it's thick enough, you can just keep adding stuff. When it's thick enough, you will add it all. But it's not quite there yet. You want to get in the end a ball that's just around yellow. So when it gets to about here, you can start adding more at a time. And then you can transfer over to your hands and fork. So it's like this. And then once you got it like this, you just want to add it all together so that any liquid gets put into this. And you want to try to get as much flour in as possible. You start getting it like this. And then you just mold it together. Any liquid there is, just put it out with the flour. And it'll start being flaky at the beginning, but once you get it, keep kneading it, it becomes more of a ball. Sorry, that's good. Okay, so all these parts, just start to get it in. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Now, I'll just start pushing it into a ball. You can keep adding stuff if you want, like flour. Okay, and this ball's thick and good. So this is about what you want your dough to look like once you've got everything incorporated. This extra flour, you can patch in, but once it gets to this point, you won't be adding a whole lot more. So you can just clear this part, and then you start kneading it. Kneading it is when you just push it forward with the palms of your hands, just to beat it. And you do this for a while, for around like 10 minutes, but you don't need to watch all that. So what I'm doing now is just once I beat it, the next step I'll do is get a pasta maker, which is this like roll thing, and you just roll this dough out. So what I'm going to do is continue kneading this for around 10 minutes and put it in the fridge for around 20 minutes, and then we'll roll out the pasta dough.